Hey guys, so if you're clicking on this video, I'm assuming that you're just dying to know how my keto diet experiment went. If this is not your jam, if you don't care, if you don't want to hear about it, really there are plenty of other YouTube videos out there to watch. So the first main topic that I'll talk about is energy levels. See, when I kind of decided that I was gonna try this, I knew it would be a smart idea to kind of taper it. So during that tapering period, I started doing more intermittent fasting, or some would like to call it intermittent eating because maybe it sounds a little bit more appealing that way. But basically I was eating 2 meals a day, and I still am sort of doing that. It feels pretty natural to me, and I've done it before in different phases of my life, and just it's sort of something that sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. I just get in a habit and then sometimes I get out of the habit. And for the last year, I've totally been in the habit of eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then when I read up on a lot of the keto stuff, a lot of people recommended combining intermittent fasting. You know, the first few days are obviously really difficult because your stomach is just like burning and has that hungry feeling in the morning. But I knew from my past experiences with fasting that goes away after about 2 or 3 days. Even the second day is much better than the first day. I think your body just learns not to feel hungry because it's not gonna get food until a few hours later. So there's always some catastrophe happening. Let's take a quick break to give a shout out to our show sponsor. The thing about Thrive Market is that it made this keto diet affordable, lazy, because I got all these like noodles and butters and nut butters and the keto strips and just all of these things that made it so much more doable. Because otherwise, those nights when I came home from a long day and didn't have, you know, a meal prepped, it was like I couldn't just grab those like miracle noodles and make a quick almond butter sauce and some grilled asparagus with olive oil and call it a day. You know what I mean? Without those kind of quick and easy options, it would have really been hard. And the prices on Thrive Market are insanely good. Everything is 50 to 25% lower than you would find retail, and it's stuff that you can get in Whole Foods, stuff that you can get in specialty stores, but it's good quality, and some of the stuff you can only find on Thrive Market, not on like Amazon, not in your local grocery store. I got so many amazing products that I had fun experimenting with, like coconut butter. Have you guys ever tried coconut butter? It's so good. Cacao butter, I got these cacao wafers, the MCT oil. By the way, MCT oil, if you're interested in what it is, what the heck, you know, is it a scam? Is it real? Does it work? I made a video about it. It's kind of another one of my keto vlogs, but I'm actually going to make the video unlisted because I just really don't want you to watch it. If you're not interested, if you don't care, if this is not your jam, don't watch my keto vlogs. But I'll put that one unlisted because I do a review on these keto cups that are made with MCT oil and the MCT oil itself. When you're on the Thrive Market website, you can filter your products by what you're looking for. So if you're looking for vegan products, there's a section for that. If you're looking for paleo, there's a section for that. Almost any dietary, ethical, environmental preference you wanna put on there, you can put on there as a filter and then just look through all the products. It's honestly fun. They also have an app, and if you guys aren't a member of Thrive Market yet, why not? Use the link below, thrivemarket.com/Izzy. You can get 25% off your first order, and it also comes with a free 30-day trial. I am an annual member of Thrive Market, and one of the other awesome things that they do amongst a million others is that they donate a free membership to a family in need or a veteran every time there's a paid membership. So my payment of $60 a year, which is nothing compared to how much money I save every time I order a box from them, it's also going to a good cause. It's also always free shipping on orders $49 or more. And I always get $49 or more worth of stuff because why wouldn't you want a big box? You know, I recycle everything. So the days that I started with the fasting and started the keto diet full out, it was like really go time, and I was, you know, following all the rules and like not really counting carbs, but like I knew because I had been counting carbs of certain meals before when I was practicing. Okay, and so for those first 3 days or so, I truly felt exhausted. I just was tired. And now there's something called the keto flu, and there's different symptoms of it. Some people feel exhausted, some people get headaches, some people get dizzy, nauseous, or other symptoms. And the only really symptom I had was tiredness, just lack of energy, lack of motivation, simply just wanting to take a nap on the couch. And that's what I did in the afternoons during those days. And I'm not typically the person that gets that afternoon lull. I'm a very high energy person, or I was in the past. So that was a little bit difficult, but I knew it was something I sort of just had to get past. And about 3 or 4 days into it, I started to feel better. One symptom that I didn't experience that I was worried that I would was, you know, headaches. And I think the reason why I didn't get headaches because I was adamant about salting my food. I enjoyed that, and my body seemed to enjoy that. It probably helped keep the blood pressure up, electrolyte balance, all that kind of stuff. So I kept a little diary of how I was feeling. The 2 good things that I got out of this, you know, because somebody was asking me, special someone, what do you feel that you got out of it? Like, do you feel that it was worth it? Are you glad you did it? And it's a tough question because a lot of things came along with it that made me upset. Not necessarily physical things, but because I was posting about it and because I have this YouTube channel and I have, you know, people that are not gonna leave the nicest responses and all of that stuff, it did get to me. So no, I don't regret doing it, but it was tough to kind of like feel, I don't know, the comments were getting to me really, and they still do, and it's tough. It's tough being someone that shares their life on social media, just being accepting of all of this feedback that you didn't really ask for, but I guess you kind of did because you sat there and you talked about it and you posted on the internet, you know? So I've been feeling that. The thing is that the 2 things that I was hoping that I would kind of physically get out of this or improve upon, really, they went well. So those 2 things were gas and bloating and hunger. Gas and bloating, like, gone. Digestion, amazing, so good. Never had like one of those nights where I just looked 6 months pregnant because of my dinner. My hunger, you know, this is a big thing that I think a lot of people with eating disorders in the past, and you know, stuff that's in their past, or people that genetically have issues with low blood sugar, people that are borderline diabetic or diabetic, just have trouble when there's not going to be food involved in the event or situation. They have like mental anxiety and stress and hunger, and they get aggressive, and that's very much how I was before, and it negatively affected my life. And like I said in the other video, trouble sleeping was also involved with that. The keto experience was a lot of feeling hungry, I'll be honest, especially the first few days. I would eat my meal and literally feel like I had eaten nothing. So that was difficult because I don't deal well with feeling hungry. I really just don't. It kind of usually sends like a panic mode throughout my body. But I kind of had to like mentally learn to deal with that and to be okay with it. and to wait longer after I eat a meal before I like go back to eat more. It's gonna take 20, 30, 40 minutes to feel satisfied in my brain after I've eaten that meal. So I like knew that and I pushed through it, and that really helped me with being able to sleep well at night. And after the 3 or 4 days, I would start feeling really satisfied from my meals, and actually more satisfied than I ever have before from other meals. I always used to kind of have like that problem where, you know, you go to the gym, you get home, you're starving, you make your smoothie or whatever, and then like after you eat your smoothie, you're like, now I need a bowl of cereal, and it kind of just becomes this like, okay, I just ate 3 meals all in one sitting, which is fine if you're really that hungry, but then what happens is that and about an hour later, you're like, oh, I am really full. So those were the 2 good things. Digestion, good. Hanger issue, really good. Just has helped me a lot in my own personal development of kind of getting over this fear of like starving, which, you know, if you've had an eating disorder in the past, you should be afraid of starving. But you should also logically know that your body can live in a hungry state, and is actually very beneficial if you can teach your body to tap into breaking down its own fat stores to combat those times when you don't have food, because it just helps your mental energy. If you ever get stuck in a situation when you can't eat for a few hours, why would you rather be hangry and put yourself through that agony if you can instead just feel fine? So how do you feel fine? How do you train yourself to do that? The keto diet, the keto reset, whatever. Do it for 10 days, do it for 20 days. In total, I probably played around with it for about a month, and honestly, I still am kind of going back and forth whenever I feel like it, and it's always something that I'll carry with me throughout my life. Yeah, I would say I'm happy about that. It's brought something new into my life, and maybe it can bring something new into yours. So did I know for sure that I was in ketosis? Well, I did pee on the strip, and it showed I had like a moderate level of ketones. I don't think that those strips are the most accurate measurement, but I think there was a day when I actually started to feel a flip switch, and I kind of felt euphoric. And I actually made this short little clip. I'll play it right now. I was just like in the backyard having like the most euphoric thoughts. Look at this beautiful sunny day we have. I wanted to say something. I was listening to a podcast that kind of inspired me on my bike ride to get these groceries. Also, guys, little side story. Today I went to the gym, and then I had to go sign some paperwork for a job, and then I had this inkling, this urge, this absolute need to go to this one specific grocery store that's kind of far. But I had my bike, and I was like, well, I have my credit card, I can buy things, but I don't have any way to get them home. Like, I don't have a backpack or anything. But then I was like, there's a backpack at this one place that's mine, and I have the lockbox number for the key, so I can go in there and I can get it. And I just went on this crazy adventure on my own with my bike and my helmet, and it was kind of weird. And you know what? I'm celebrating my weirdness today. I really am. I'm really like okay with it. I'm just like, that was great. You know, I'm really all about taking risks in life, and you know, if you're happy, just finding ways to be even happier, or doing things that are a little bit out of your comfort zone if you think that they're gonna make you a better person or make the world a better place. Ooh, loud airplane. If there's one final thing I could say about the keto diet, the primal lifestyle, the ketogenic way, I think it's a good tool for people to incorporate in their life during certain times to kind of explore, but I don't think it's something that you should be strictly doing unless you have a medical reason to be doing it. If you're a healthy individual who's simply looking to make themselves healthier, I don't think it's healthy to eat a diet long term that makes you restrict the amount of vegetables that you have. Like to like eat a diet where you can't have butternut squash in your salad is just silly, right? It doesn't make sense to me. I definitely believe, and a lot of people would agree, that there are healthy foods that are a little bit too high in carb content to fit into the ketogenic macros. But like I said, I don't think you have to do it like that. I don't think it has to be done in a strict way. I think it can bring a new perspective if you try it. Incorporate more healthy fats. It's personally helped me enjoy avocados more, olive oil more, salting my food more, and those are just healthy new things that I can bring into my life and teach other people, and I think that's fun. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to be yourself. Always be yourself. No matter what people are saying, no matter the stories you tell yourself in your head that you're wrong or you're this or that, just breathe, let it go. Be yourself. And go outside and get yourself some sun, some vitamin D. I'm a sunshine gal. Okay, bye.